way earlier on when we were talking to you first, Commander X, you mentioned that you were considering picking Viaduct, but you ended up picking Gully Wash, right?
Yeah, well, they picked Viaduct first, so
So
it was sort of just fell into our laps. I say fell into our laps, we just lost 3-0 on Viaduct, but you know
how
what I mean?
confident are you now?
At the pick-wise, it fell into our laps, you know.
How confident are you now then that you have Gully Wash coming up? Your pick.
I don't know. It's weird with like, you know, like if you you're playing Cool Can last season or in your team, you play quite a lot, so you have a feeling for what is your strong map, what isn't your bad, like what you're not strong on, you know. Whereas with this, it's all a little bit haphazard because we've not played a great amount, and also because you play such like a wide variety of skill in the Archimedes Cup, like from an actual Div 6 team to, you know, this is our first competitive match to everywhere in between. It's a lot wider than it would be, say, like if you're playing Div 1 PCWs or something every week, every day. Everyone's around that kind of same skill level, so you get a feel for it and how you perform on each map. Whereas obviously, because we've had a lot of up and downs, we thought we were pretty alright on Viaduct, but clearly not quite at that level, at a skid. What are they called?
Sprinkler Kids.
Are you just disrespecting your opponents here? Like, I don't even know your name. We're not scared of you.
Sprinkler Kids, not Skid Mark
Skid
Central.
Mark Kids. All right.
You're mixing them up with a
Skid
Premiership
Mark
team.
Central. Okay.
But yeah, on the basis that we're all here, we'll give it a go.
Oh, Prawn's back in the server.
Yeah. I think it maybe just...
Storm in a teacup.
Yeah.
Tell him we're rooting for him. We believe in Prawn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting supportive messages from the team we played in the quarterfinal saying you can do it. You're better than Skid Mark Kids.
Skid Mark Kids. So, might you be considering running crits to the first middle, you know? Anything you want to reveal about your strategy? Full-time crits, perhaps? Sniper?
We tried Sniper, but I think Nico just didn't really hit anything. I think it was kind of hard because you're on the back foot for so much of it. Didn't really give him time to get settled. He's normally pretty good on Sniper.
Is Nico like the fake Nico?
Maybe.
He's God's other hand?
God's left hand. No, yeah, it's right
God's
hand.
right hand.
Yeah, it's God's right hand. He can left click and right click really quickly. Unfortunately, he plays scout, not demo man. So
Yeah,
it's no use.
He's lost.
He's right clicking the entire time he's playing, but you just don't notice because he's on scout.
Super fast. There are still raffles going on, guys. Just type !raffle in Twitch chat, courtesy of Jill from Scrap.TF. I'm gonna check and see what the latest one is.
I'm gonna go.
Enter it.
Get back on with my team.
I think just as you said that, Scrap.TF died. I think you've you just killed Scrap.TF, Admirable. It's just timed out. Scrap.TF. It's died a little. Oh my goodness. That's probably why it died. They just realized that the entire thing is rigged. Suyooo, our cameraman, just won a raffle and won Skyrim in the raffle. So, goodness me. The entire thing completely rigged. Can we get a rigged riot in chat?
We need to re-raffle that item, Suyooo. You're not allowed to win that.
Speaking about riots, the J. Chapman game, the first map was 5-0 for Chapman. So if Skidmark wins this map...
Skidmark! Everyone calling them Skidmark now, the Sprinkler Kids! Sprinkler Kids, I feel like I have to stand up for these guys and get their proper name on there.
If Sprinkler Kids win, then, and if J. Chapman wins this match, the map they're playing now, then both teams are pretty much unbeaten until the finals. So that's going to prove a really interesting finals.
Yeah, are you underestimating the essentials though? You know, Prawn has just gone and thrown some cold water in his face. He's had a good scream at the mirror. He's got it all out of his system. He's going to play the absolute game of his life. You thought XF9 was impressive last map. Prawn is about to step up. He's bringing the pain onto the Sprinkler Kids. And I'm going to change sides here. You know, I was all Sprinkler Kids before, but Sideshow, you know, I'm all about the essentials this map. They're on Gully Wash. It's their home map. Commander X just doesn't know it yet.
It definitely could be.
I think we have to keep the camera on Auditas. Like last map, he was really, really big.
Yeah, he was hitting some big shots last time, Auditas, just unable to... Maybe playing a little bit too much of a traditional pocket role. It worked out well for the Sprinkler kids having that traditional pocket, but they were playing a slightly different style to the Essentials. But never mind that. That was all King of the Hill. That was all Viaduct. None of that applies here. This is back to the good old 5CP. This is Gully Wash, where the Demoman reigns supreme at mids, and the soldiers can just jump in and do whatever they like. It'll be interesting to see how well they can pull this off. The Essentials must be fairly confident as soon as they picked it.
Yeah, and depending on how fast their Demoman was out, like the middle could be over before it's even begun. Like if your Demoman can hit that fast rollout to choke, you can come in and start pre-firing stickies at the big door, and that can really stack a middle in your favor. We're going to see how fast these Demomen can roll out on this map, but something to look out for. Sniper's also viable on middle, although it requires good protection from your team, and it also requires your sniper to hit shots, but there are definitely a variety of options on this Gully Wash. Mid-fight, you're going to see a lot of roamers with a lot of options too, like they can bomb high and fast, or they can go up the drop down, go for sneaky plays. There's going to be a lot to focus your attention on. I'm just looking at the chat here. Evove is calling out Permzilla for renaming them Skidmark Central, or stealing that name, Cadis' old team. But they may be officially renamed now, just to make things easy. Everyone thinks they're the Skidmark kids. Maybe they're now no longer the Sprinkler kids. They are the Skidmark kids. What do you think, Sideshow?
Well, then I'd have nothing to stand up for. My life would be a lie. Also, the Demoman that we were having difficulty pronouncing his name has now decided to add in Chinese characters or whatever it is. So it's now utterly impronounceable. Oh, he's now changed it back. What a nice guy.
T.
Taya.
Imagine if you're really
maybe it's like
you're asking for a cup of tea.
Maybe it's like but with te.
That's what I thought at the start. Yeah, I was like, yeah, te. Commander X called him T though.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah. Well,
he
would know better.
Just call him Steve.
Call him Steve for the rest of the map.
I'm looking for definitely though the Essentials comeback. We want to see 3 maps in this best of 3 series. If the Skidmark kids were to just win it straight up, I feel that was an injustice. But Commander X is probably the highest rated buddy still in the tournament. His reputation is on the line here. Like if he's already gotten farther than Banny, so I suppose he's automatically better than Banny at Medic.
He got further than Ninja Nick.
Yeah, and Ninja Nick and Stark, I guess, and many other. Kratos, yeah, the Flying Gummy Bears, rest in peace. But Commander X, there's a lot on the line for him. He might be saying, it's just a fun cup, whatever. I don't buy it, Sideshow. I don't buy it.
By the way, the reason why it's taking so long is because the scout and the demo from CX team, they have a pretty high team. Ping, sorry.
They do indeed. 125 and 98 on the scoreboard. It's always larger in
change
console
server?
and their graph as well.
Will there be a server change coming up, Kakeltu? No comment, Kakeltu? Are we going to change server? Are they going to stay here? That's what I needed to hear. Silence is bad on cast. We got to try and keep talking, even if it's absolute gibberish.
Admirable will always fill the waves with absolute gibberish if you give him a chance.
It's their internet. It's not the server, apparently. One thing is, I've noticed that almost every team in the semifinals or in the quarterfinals, or up to the semifinals, have entered season 20. I'll say that if there's a team that wins this cup and is entered in season 20, I'll give them a TF2 Center sponsorship.
Listen to that.
What does that involve? What do they get? Do they get one of these fancy shirts like I'm wearing right now?
Are you wearing it? Oh my god.
Yeah, sure. You know, I'm not at work right now. Reporting.
No, we have several plans on sponsoring teams, and one of them is indeed with gear. But we have to see what teams can commit and what we can commit.
Do you get donator status on TF2 Center?
That goes without saying.
What do you get actually for being a donator on the site? Give me the sales pitch.
Basically, when you join a center, when you join a lobby, you have normally 45 seconds to be on a coffee break. There's a little coffee timer. When you're donated, that will be up to 10 minutes, so that's pretty neat. And one of the biggest reasons why people want to get the donated perks is because we have ServeMe integration, and the ServeMe integration means that you don't have to reserve your own server. You just click on create server, click on ServeMe, select the map, and you're done.
That is pretty awesome. Definitely worth contributing for. Might we see a TF2 Center sponsored team at I-55 or Info Show or Gamers Assembly?
Oh, well, I'm in the talks with several teams, so probably.
Are you going to give away any more details? Any high-profile teams? Any Prem teams?
2, but it's still really early, so I can't say yes or no.
That is intriguing. This is real juicy gossip here. And to think we've been sitting here twiddling our thumbs for so long while Skakelty was sitting on this goldmine of information, Sideshow.
Absolutely. I'm wondering what else is in the works. What else has Skakelty
You going to sponsor Sideshow's team? Are you in on this, Sideshow? Did you know all along?
No, we just sponsor
only good teams, right?
Yeah, potential teams.
So rude. So rude.
Sideshow, I've seen you keening up with watching your ulti duo. Was that a victory yesterday or 2 days ago against Stark?
Who knows? Who knows? I can't remember that kind of thing. Ulti duo comes and ulti duo goes. We play a lot of it, but yeah, I am keening it up for season 20. I'm hyped to play, and I'm in it to win it. I'm not messing about this time.
You know, look into your heart here, Sideshow, and tell me why it is that you play competitive TF2. What is it that keeps you coming back to the game? How would you encourage someone to get involved?
Honestly, coming back to the game, it's the people in it. Like, I love the community. I really think that it's like, if you've ever played any other competitive esport, if you've got an inkling that you want to play a competitive esport and you currently play TF2, for goodness sake, go with TF2, because whenever I play any other competitive esport, it just doesn't have the same feeling that TF2 does. It's a lovely, friendly atmosphere in the leagues. Everybody knows everybody. It's easy to kind of get help with any problems that you've got. It's easy to find out information, stuff like that. The fact that it's community run in Europe as well is a bit of a bonus. But I also love the fast-paced action of TF2 and the fact that it has so much diversity in the classes that you play as well. So it's unlike other games where everybody plays the same class and you're just playing in a group. You know, you constantly have different roles. You have the ability to swap onto off classes. There's essentially 9 classes that you could play. Only some of them really get used full time in 6v6, but that's not to say that you can't try and use even more, or maybe even go into Highlander. So it's a lot of fun and there's a lot of diversity. So I love playing 6v6.
This is really fun hearing from Sideshow because he always goes spy.
I love spy. I love spy. It's just the fact that it's got this diversity. It's like you don't have to play it by the standard stuff if you don't want to. You can do idiotic stuff and it can work, because if you understand how the game works, you can make these stupid plays work occasionally. I mean, I say occasionally there because the vast majority of the time you just die. But occasionally you get something worth doing.
You are an inspiration. You're not afraid to be flamboyant and admit that you've lived an alternative lifestyle. I think you're one of the best gay streamers on Twitch, and you're a great role model. I know some people probably don't understand, but I do.
That's
from
lovely,
Permzilla.
Admirable. Oh, that's from Permzilla. Oh, what a lovely little quote there from Permzilla. I've heard that one a few times before. He loves to tell me how he feels about that kind of thing.
The scout and the demo man, they still have internet issues. They're gonna restart the router and rejoin. I have some news about the other match. It's Jerry Chapman against, who was it? Six Little Blunts. Chapman won it, and they're in the finals.
Well done. Congratulations to Jai Chapman. Your brown nosing of the admins has paid huge dividends after you were kicked out of the tournament and then reinstated. Now you're in the finals, and you're definitely, I suppose, if they're in the finals, they're guaranteed to get a slice of that €1,000 prize pot. Delightful. But that does mean that Sprinkler Kids and the Essentials know who they're going to be facing off in that grand final. But right now they're just trying to get 6 players on the server. It's tough, man. This is a big struggle. That is one of the hardest parts of playing competitive TF2. Getting 6 players on the server, you know, that's half the battle. If you can do that.
Just imagine playing Highlander.
Oh, tell me a little bit about Deutschland, Kakeltu. What's your involvement in that?
Oh god, no. Basically, we've Deutschland is just going to be a little community LAN hosted by us, for us. And my involvement is like, we had a little group of people that wanted to organize it. Me, as the only non-German speaking player, said, okay, I'll take care of the sponsorships and whatever we can. Like, Admirable was with it as well, I think. Like, at I-52, the whole idea of different community LAN 2 was spawned.
Oh yeah.
Were you there? I'm not sure. It was like,
talked for a long time about this with Master Noob about trying to run, or it was in the event that I-55 wasn't going to happen, we would investigate running our own LAN or another event. But I don't see this Deutschland as being the same.
no, of course not.
Train of thought as that. This is like,
What people don't know is basically in 2011 or 2012, anyway, a long time ago, Bones and Ari hosted their own little private LAN in the Netherlands, and that was pretty neat. And that's basically the old blueprint why we wanted to do the Highlander LAN. And we got in contact with MTA. MTA is a German Counter-Strike organization that hosts their LAN in a vacation park. And we just started looking at the options that if we could get a TF2 LAN going on. And us being the Highlander players, we started looking at Highlander first. That doesn't say we're not going to be hosting sixes as well, but we're opening up registration for Highlander first.
okay,
Just to get something cleared.
I'm going to go and play Highlander. I'm going to win.
Win
Are you
medic
talking
of the
about-
season. There's no way
have
you
you
can
said
actually
about-
win.
Ari and Bones, are you talking about the community LAN?
Yes.
Because, you know, that was Dunk and Amon Silas, you know. Just want to give credit to the right people.
Jesus.
That was even longer ago than 2012. Was it not like 2010? It was a long time ago. Maybe Ari and Bones had another LAN I don't know about, but yeah, there is definitely scope for a community LAN. And TF2 does have a fairly active LAN scene at the minute in Europe. There are events coming up in the next couple of months. There's going to be an info show at the start of April or the second week, and maybe it's like Gamers. That's info shows in Kaunas in Lithuania, and the week before that, I think there is a LAN Gamers Assembly in Poitiers, France. So plenty of options there. Hopefully we can get some good turnout. Get those games casted too. Sideshow, you're going to attend info show?
I am, yes. I'm going to be at Info Show with my team. Well, not the team that I'm playing with in Season 20, but a team.
Your real team.
My real
girl.
team at heart, yes. That's going to be the the terrible Brits that have invaded that lovely Eastern European country, and we're going to plague it with our terrible loud chanting and drinking and all sorts of terrible endeavors. And we're going to be joined by our resident Lithuanian who's going to guide us around and stop us getting knifed. And that's Nucky.
Will the girl from AO Girl be there?
The girl from AO Girl will not be there, no.
Wait,
No.
Burm is not calling?
What, sorry?
No, never mind.
He's calling out Permzilla, suggesting that he may in fact be a woman, a girl. Is that what you're trying to say? He's more of a hood sugar daddy pussy creeper than an AO Girl. I think I'm gonna go to Info Show LAN. You know, I told you before I was gonna dodge Sideshow. I'm not gonna go to LAN in France either. So you need to step up. You need to go to all the LAN, Sideshow. You gotta carry the torch, the flame.
I'm sorry, are you confirmed dodging Info Show now?
Yeah. So I confirmed it last
Unbelievable.
time when you called me out.
Unbelievable.
Info Show's dead to me.
Riot.
Cracking your voice there, mate. Sorry.
Riot.
Sorry,
Please.
I really caught you off guard there. This information coming out. It's emotional. I see Nico timing out from the server, so hopefully that's him restarting his router. Commander X, is he going to come back and give us an update? He did join the mumble there. He disappeared again. But
By the way,
oh,
there's a raffle going on.
Yeah?
It's a pretty neat price if you're interested in earbuds.
Goodness me, 2 earbuds and 2 spine-chilling skulls on offer there. Pretty good. I'm entering that raffle.
sign me up too.
It seems like Admirable's damage to Scrap.TF wasn't permanent. Just a temporary blip.
So right now, if you're wondering what's going on, this is still the best of 3 series of the second semi-final. The Essentials versus Sprinkler Kids. Sprinkler Kids currently 1 map up, having taken Viaduct 3-0, although it was closer than it looked. Commander X tells me they're going live, so 90 seconds from now, map 2 Gully Wash is going to get underway. This is Team Fortress TV with Admirable, Sideshow, Suyooo on the camera, and Kaltu here, tournament admin. All sorts of gossip. As it stands, the Essentials need to win this map to stay in the tournament, keep their dreams of the grand final alive, and that'll allow them to take things forward to the 3rd decider map process. But they must produce the goods here on Gully Wash, and they were rocked on the last map. They have to dig deep, but luckily with the delays, you know, they've had a lot of time to talk, so that's going to help them out, right, Sideshow?
Absolutely. They can work out any kinks in their gameplay and they can get onto this map. It was their pick, so if there's a map that they can get back into the game with, it's definitely Gully Wash.
I'm going to be cheering for the Essentials. I want to see Prawn. Oh wow, they've actually renamed themselves here, so I'm confused now.
I think Blink has issues is Prawn and Blink sucks. Or Bink, sorry, not Blink. Bink has issues is Prawn and Bink sucks is Pew. So it depends if we can remember their real names, so we're just going to call them both Bink by accident.
I'm tempted to, use the ETF2 aliases, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna just wing it. We'll call them by whatever the hell they want. That's their right. They've made it to the semi-final, and we have gone live here on Gully Wash. I'm watching the Prawn Cam, aka Bink has issue. He's gonna come in from Big Door with 300 health, and is now jumping up Chatterburn style on that tiny metal fence. Now he's jumping up after his other soldier had made the space, and they're trying to bully Sprinkler Kids back into the corner, but the damage was a little bit lacking there, and the Essentials find themselves 3 players down, but they've committed up onto this right hand side. Superstar is thinking, uh-oh, this isn't looking good. He's trying to back off, then decides to run in on 7 health, will get gunned down, couldn't find that frag, and the Essentials will completely wipe on middle. They did lose their own medic though, so credit to T for finding that frag. But Sprinkler Kids continue their domination onto Gully Wash.
Yeah, they do. They started off with a really nice mid. They crushed that aggressive right-hand side push from the Essentials there. And it just seemed like the soldiers Auditas and Blink didn't really do enough damage, or just died a little too quickly for the Essentials to really get enough ground and pressure them out. So Sprinkler Kids now pushing into second. They've bullied back the Essentials. There's 2 frags up top that they might be able to take. One of their scouts has run in lower lobby there and does get picked off by Auditas, the pocket of the Essentials. It looks like a slight forward hold as well from our blue team here. They've got some stickies on that lower door, but Riverside completely open, and that's where the Sprinkler Kids have found the hole in the defense. They're going to be able to take lobby now as the Essentials back off, and they're ready. They do have a quite considerable uber disadvantage here though, which they will be aware of. So I think there's a few seconds remaining before we can expect a push, although it could well come from Riverside.
Gonna be Uber versus Uber. The attempt at force is coming in. Oh, Superstar with the big jukes running around figure 8 style there against Evoke. Does survive those rockets. Nice cleanup from T. Nico takes the frag onto snap action scout on scout there on Riverside, and with 2 players down, it's going to be Sprinkler Kids backing off looking for a safer position here, but they get forced as well here, so the counter force coming in. Oh, Superstar popped off his charge on Riverside as well. Bink Sucks has gone down as Pew, and Bink has issues also going down, but 2 frags coming in against Sprinkler Kids at the same time with XF9, Evolve and Legacy all going down. T finding big frags here, Nico as well doing work behind. Snap Action is distracting them on last. The combo of the Essentials doing a good job to clean them up, but now they're able to move forward here. But Cricket, he has got a trap set up top. He's got a few stickies on main as well. He's dead though, so trap has been neutralized for now. They're moving forward onto the point. There's the respawns coming in here from Sprinkler Kids trying to contest from Big Door, but that's tough. Such a long sight line there.
It definitely is. They've decided not to run a sniper though, so those long sight lines not being abused just yet by the sniper, but they are so effective on a map like Gullywash. Nico's actually in. He's onto Cricket. He does take him down, and he got in there without really being dealt with, and that has allowed... Oh, it looks like Sprinkler Kids considering going behind for the back cap, but they actually haven't. They've left a hole in Big Door though, and Evolve is onto Superstar. Superstar doing a great job of dodging this, but unfortunately does go down with Evolve's last rocket. Unlucky there for the medic of the blue team, but they've got all the frags so far. Only Snap Action really left on the field, and Improve Your Grammar also in Big Door. They have dealt with that backup attempt, and oh, Bink Sucks Pew on the Big Door fighting against Improve Your Grammar, and they're going to be Improve Your Grammar. He's actually behind onto Superstar right now, but does get taken down by Nico. That's a little bit of odd play there, as people were behind everybody. Flanking happening all over the map, but things have stabilized now, and it looks like Sprinkler Kids just trying to bully their way in through Chug, but they're not wise to the back cap attempt which is happening. It looks like T and CX and Nico have come in behind them. They're stacking this ×5 on the 4th CP here, and they're going to be able to pick this up. And actually Nico and Auditas are doing huge work on mid as well to pick off all of those players who had just pushed in. Oh, great surf there by CX.
I know T's already pushing in Salas from Roller Door, trying to spam out those stickies, but he's only about half health. He's going to regroup with his medic, get that buff up, and they're probably going to wait for their charge here. They've got 85%. They're sitting in the lobby. They're having their little team huddle here. They've already realised they're facing off against the Pyro, so they can decide to execute their push based on that, maybe bring in a scout, and they are bringing in both scouts, it seems. Uber in here and try and find any frags whatsoever. They turn around and miss the Pyro there, but they just decide to rush the point as Sprinkler Kids all back off into spawn and don't leave anyone to block the point. So great awareness there from the Essentials. They read that situation well, and they've gotten the first round on the board here on their map, Gullywash.
They have indeed, and we're going to our second mid-fight. It did take them quite a while to pick up that round. Sprinkler Kids, certainly no pushovers. T with a super aggressive jump. He's actually getting right onto Cricket. Cricket down to 1 HP. Oh, but T goes down to this counter-aggression coming out of Sprinkler Kids. It all depends now whether Sprinkler Kids get bunched up on the top right and the Essentials can make use of it. Actually, Prawn has come up with a great flank through lockdown. Takes down Cricket, and then got onto another player as well, which I missed in the action. But it's a 3v3 situation. Oh, 2v2. 2v2 with Superstar getting the frag onto Snap Action. They're going to try and contest here, I think. If Auditas
Come on,
throws
Oritas.
some balls and goes in. What on earth is he doing? Just sat in big door as his medic spams the crossbow. If he had plucked up the courage to go in there, I think that would have been good for them.
Yeah, he definitely could have gone in there, contested the point and protected his medic at the same time. Like, but he didn't fancy it. You know, they've taken the safe play here. They've lost control of the middle, but they still have that uber advantage, and they could potentially, you know, get a wipe on Sprinkler Kids here. They're moving forward. They see the position of the combo. They can commit hard here, but T gets dropped or drops onto the low ground. The Uber is still up here. They're trying to push forward, find frags, but they've actually lost 2 here because they took so long to push. Bink has issues, and Bink sucked. Both died there, beat out by their combo, and it looks like the Essentials may yet get control at this point. It's a protracted fight here. Improved Your Grammar has been spotted out behind Nico. Superstar is trying to pop off those crossbow bolts, but can't find the frag, and Improve Your Grammar will get that frag onto Nico. Things are going to reset here. The Essentials didn't get control of middle, and we're going to go into a little bit of a back and forth. Or in fact not, it's a big uber advantage here for Sprinkler Kids. They're getting ready to push from choke, and Superstar and his team are really close. They're sort of in a poor position here. Superstar is going to get taken out in 2 rockets. Cricket finds 2 frags as well. Auditas, Bink has issues, both going down. Improve Your Grammar onto T. And the Essentials really lost track of the state of the game there and find themselves very much out of position.
They did indeed, and with only their scouts alive, it's going to be incredibly difficult for them to block this final point. Nico doing it the best he can. Well, there's a sort of spawn, but they're not able to do anything about it. They've drawn it level at 1-all. Sprinkler Kids certainly not down and out just yet. 22 minutes remaining. Still anybody's game. I'm going to be watching T to mid actually, because I'm concerned that he may do that incredibly aggressive rollout that he did before, where he jumped up. He's not actually doing it this time, but he is still playing aggressive on that top right hand area. He's going to find both of the scouts. Improve Your Grammar right in his face, taking him down to 80 health. And was that an air shot on mid? Evolve absolutely slamming Prawn, and then finishes off the kill. Big point control from him.
The Essentials 3 players down now, backing out to their own big door. Nico's sort of stuck in on the elbow there, but meanwhile there's also Snap Action, who is way ahead in blue territory. He was up top on the balcony. He could have come in behind, but XF9 is going to steam ahead and get that frag onto Superstar. Caught him as he was trying to escape, but Bink Sucks is going to avenge his fallen medic. Legacy has already spawned for the Sprinkler Kids, but he's only just starting to build, so Commander X isn't going to be too far behind in the Uber battle, but they've already lost mid and CP4. Likely that we're going to see them going into full turtle mode here. Prawn is off-classing as Pyro. We're going to see Pew playing heavy as well, so they're bringing out a lot of utility classes here. Got one of each. It's Highlander mode, and they're being baited into a fight underneath in the water, and they've lost their Demo Man T to Improve Your Grammar. That's a really important pick, because now there's no stickies to defend the point. Evolve has jumped in behind. Bink Sucks. He's looking totally the wrong way there to deny that soldier, and Evolve is really just hammered down on these remaining blue players, but they're not looking behind them, and Nico is finding frags, and only Evolve remains alive. Somehow Sprinkler Kids get wiped there. They were too busy mesmerised by that pyro flame, like moths to a flame, Sideshow, but Nico coming in and just backstabbing them. But Improve Your Grammar's going in on me until last. He is spotted out though and taken down immediately, so is Snap Action. I think things are looking good for the Essentials right now, Sideshow.
They are. They've got a full Uber advantage. They're going to be pushing into mid. As long as they don't drop to this sticky trap that Cricket's just put up in choke, they've got a good chance of rolling this through all the way to second. If they get some frags with this Uber, they can definitely take it in. CX looking like he wants to push through this choke point. They have used. They should be able to get the frags here. They are incredibly close. Cricket goes down to 3 health. He is going to get taken down surely by the scout in Big Door. And a brace of frags coming in as well, including the medic of a Legacy. So good job by him. Oh, but XF9 with 2 health remaining. He manages to get a double kill onto the Med and Demo Man. Superstar and T both go down. Thankfully, the rest of their team is able to clean up, but that was a big play by XF9 there.
A few of these
Snap
Essential
Action
guys
killed himself with the Boston Basher.
they tried to they chased down a bow for a few seconds there, which meant that the forward spawns came in for Sprinkler Kids, so they might contest a little bit here. Superstar's only arriving on middle. I don't think they've got that read, so they're going to go back and they're going to find a safer position from which to defend. They've got 6 players back on the field. Everybody's running cookie cutter setup here. T is peeking through choke. He's trying to encourage his team in, but XF9 is jumping forward to fill that vacuum. He's going to deny the choke there. He's looking for a little support. He's currently doing it single-handedly. It's XF9 versus T. 4 rockets. He's switching up to the shotgun. T on 20 health, but will escape. If only someone had been there to help follow up on that damage. That could have been an entry frag there for Sprinkler Kids, but it has turned into a little bit of a stalemate here. It's Uber versus Uber. There is action going on the flank, but Sprinkler Kids just taking matters into their own hands around choke. They're going to go for the Uber trade combo on combo, but the Essentials have taken a frag on the flank. Snap action goes down. Guys regroup with their medic on middle. They're trying to find more frags and find them. They have XF9 and Evolve going down as they try to commit hard. Big frags being found by Auditas, killing off both those soldiers, combined with Bink has issues.
Yeah, they're doing well here, and they're going to be able to pick up CP2 off the back of that. It was a poor Uber from... I keep wanting to call them the skid mark kids. The Sprinkler Kids. A poor Uber from them, and they have lost the control of the second point there. I think it's interesting to note as well the placement of Legacy on the scoreboard there with 23 points, just kind of topped by a lot of the rest of his team. It just maybe being dropped a little too much in these fights. I noticed he went really weak after that Uber. It can just be a symptom of really wanting to commit too much with the Uber charges and wanting to get too much done with them, or possibly just poor positioning. But Snap Action is on, trying to take a fight in lower lobby. It's actually Nico, the other scout from the opposing team, that goes down to a sticky trap, which I think was in main, but I could have been wrong. It might have been top left, as he lays up another sticky trap in top left. They have a defensive pyro as well. Improve your grammar. Going to be holding on that balcony area. As Snap Action, again, going incredibly aggressive. It seems like these scouts really want to push. And unfortunately, it's such a fragile class that without the rest of your team backing you up, it is difficult to get anything done. The Uber here coming in from the Essentials, from Riverside. The counter Uber popped off. Slightly better here for SKD, but they have dropped one of their players. It seems like with Prong going down there though, and a nice frag on Q. But the heavy, coming in from Nico. I did not even see that. That is a great strategy from them to have the heavy come in after the Uber charges, just to clean everybody up. It's such a great strategy, and they do manage to carry that round to a victory. Big plays, Admirable.
God.
Yeah,
you excited, Kaltu? The heavy
man,
play.
I just saw a heavy. Oh man, my day can't get better.
Having that heavy, it's almost like cheating for the repush if you've can get him into the last uncontested. Just this big damage dealer with a lot of health moving forward, inching you back towards the point. Onto this mid fight though, and it's a double soldier bomb from both teams, but the Essentials getting great control of that high ground. Well dealt with the threat there from XF9, and Evolve dealt with really quickly. Evolve actually survives and backs out, but Cricket and Legacy have gone down. The Essentials looking good on this mid fight. There is a scout behind in the other big door. It is Snap Action. He's running into middle. He's trying to make it out through the choke, but he will be denied. The Essentials off the back of that last round are coming out with a strong middle, and they're going to be pushing ahead here with a big Uber advantage as well, Sideshow.
They definitely are. Huge Uber advantage, and both his scouts down at the moment is going to allow them to take control of CP2, but Evolve has something to say about that. He's down to 20 health though and catches another pipe from T, so he's going to go down. It's 5v5. Uber's up for CX. They need to make sure that they don't drop players on this lower though. It seems like Prawn and T desperately want to get into that lower door, which can be a bit like knocking your head against a brick wall if they've got it stickied. Prawn actually just walks over a sticky trap there to get into the lower lobby, so a bit risky by him. He walks back over it to exit. He is just rolling the dice right now as the Uber comes in from the Essentials. It's 90% from Legacy. Oh, nice airshot from XF9 to take out Auditas there. But the round is capped before Legacy can get his Uber charge. 95% there. They just couldn't throw enough bodies on the point to stop the capture happening and allow them time to get the Uber charge. 3-1, and it looks like the Essentials picked the right map.
Yeah, I thought Cricket was going to get the drop on those guys capping, but nice pouch from T to deny him. Demo man on demo man action, but we're on to mid fight here, and it is the 5th middle. Cricket already with the pre-fire stickies onto Victor, chipping away a lot of the health. The Essentials have managed to get up Cricket has gone down. Nico finding that frag, but the Essentials are 3 players down despite having that demo man pick. They can't really make it work for them. Oh, Superstar went down to Evo right there. T did manage to kill him off, but Improve Your Grammar runs and kills off Bink. Now it's just T on his own. XF9 getting chased around the rock there, but Legacy with the steel frag there onto T, the demo man, and he's gonna have a long spawn here, Sideshow.
He is a very long spawn, and he's not going to be able to really defend that point with any stickies, or put up a forward sticky trap, or even put spam down to force them as they come in. So if I'm Legacy in this situation, I would have tried to push even quicker before T got his spawn and not use, but they have used, and they are trying to get onto the medic of CX. They don't really need to though, because he's only on 31%. If they focus down on other frags, they might have more success. 2 players do go down for the Essentials, but they've traded with 2 from SKD as well. It's a 2v2 situation, but the Scout's alive. Can he defend it? The last rocket, when it was just milliseconds away from being capped. So close there, but Auditas saves the round for his team.
I think the official unit of time for measuring cap points is nipple hairs. That was one.
It was
nipple
one
hair away.
nipple hair.
We're going to see the recap here from our blue team, the Essentials. Currently in the lead, 3-1, 12 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock. They're being sort of hemmed into their own lobby here. They're trying to get out again. Evolve actually taking a fight here with Nico and looking... Oh, I thought he was going to lose that one, but finds the last rocket there. Kills off the Scout. T, the demo man for the Essentials, has also gone down. They're going to lose Auditas as well. 3 players down for sort of nothing play there. It's all on Bink has issues, Bink sucks, and Superstar to just buy time for their team to respawn. T and Nico back on the field, but there's already players on the point. They need to step on it, they need to block it, they're going to get the block. And T immediately in the respawn gets crushed by Evolve. And he's going to be able to clean up and get the cap as well.
3-2 Admirable.
They're not going to take this line down, Sideshow.
Absolutely not. There's only 1 round in it now, and there's still 12 minutes really to be played. Cricket is rolling out choke. T has decided to go big door again. They're going to be exchanging spam again, but T getting really aggressive here. He's in risk of putting himself in a bad situation, but it's Auditas picking up the first frag. He does put a lot of damage there onto the combo as well. Both of the Scouts down for the Sprinkler kids. That's going to allow the Essentials a route back into this, but Evolve quick to try and stop the rotate back around to choke. And it seems like the Essentials, just playing very passively, have decided to back out. They're not going to contest this mid at all, Admirable, even with both of those Scout frags.
Whoa. Sorry, you just caught me mid-yawn there, Sideshow. I don't always yawn when you're casting, but it just happened to happen this time. Don't take it personally. But, Skidmark Sprinkler kids are coming in from below. We've sent XF9 up and trying to get that foresight of CX, but he did a lot of damage there for Evolve to follow up and kill off Bink Sucks. That's Scout down right now. The Essentials do Uber out, but they Ubered first and their players down. They're disadvantaged. They couldn't really block the point. They tried to go back into their own lobby there, but it was just a meat grinder. They've lost many players. Superstars trying to do work here. They do manage to combine with Nico to kill off Legacy, but there are already many red players on the point, and it seems like Sprinkler kids have found what they were looking for. They're coming back into this game. They've tied it up 3-3, 10 minutes on the clock. What can the Essentials do to stem this flow of blood, Sideshow?
They need to work something out on mid-fights. It seems like T's switching it up and has gone choke this time, but Evolve has been given way too much room. He does actually go down, and it seems like the Essentials have all bobbed up on their side, but they've given Sprinkler kids all the room as well, and they've gone 3 down right at the beginning. They might lose their soldier here as well. No, they have actually managed to escape with him, but Snap Action's on the flank, and he's going to be trying to take down CX. CX on 50 health, down to 34. He does actually go down to the other Scout, Improve Your Grammar, and that nice aggressive play is why Sprinkler kids are coming back into this game. 3-3 the scoreline. Legacy in absolutely no danger, it seems, of dying here, and they're going to have another Uber to be able to push last with. They've also lost those players incredibly late there, and so the spawns are so long. Their Demoman T not going to get spawns for another 5 seconds, and the push is already in. Things are happening on the point. They've lost another 2 players. The Uber now just come in from Legacy. It starts to fade as they get a frag on Nico, the heavy who is trying to hold them back. The frags exchanged on the point and 4-3 the scoreline. They need to do something different on mid-fights here, the Essentials.
Yeah, this is slipping away from them right now. The momentum definitely with Sprinkler Kids here. I see some fans in the Twitch chat as well. I'm going to be rooting for the Essentials though. I still believe they've got what it takes. They're around down though on this mid fight. T putting down the hurt on the Sprinkler Kids as they enter from that big door. Prawn is going to lose his life underneath, but is avenged immediately by Bink Sucks. Auditas is contesting the point here. He's going to blindside XFF, gets that frag, but Evo comes in from behind to kill off Superstar. That's medic down on both sides now, but it will be a wipe coming in against Sprinkler Kids, the Essentials. They had a little rethink there. I went back to the drawing board and they have come up with a masterpiece here, a delightful middle. And I think that this is the beginning of the re-comeback. We're making up words here as we go along. The comeback is over, the re-comeback is on.
They just lost a demo man though.
Oh, they did indeed. The Demoman T has just dropped from the server. He's quickly rejoined though, and I don't think it actually had an effect on the game. It maybe slowed them down a little bit from pushing. They could have possibly pushed in and gotten a decent bit of ground off the back of that mid, but it doesn't matter. They're going to be playing this a little slower. Legacy does have an Uber advantage, but I don't think he knows he has an Uber advantage. I think CX was just distracted by the internet difficulties that his Demoman was having and wasn't building properly. So I don't think we're going to see a push here out of our red team. Instead, I think we're going to see some trading on the flanks. It seems like Big Door is the place where a lot of players like to overextend at this kind of level. And so I can imagine...
personal experience?
It is indeed. I love to overextend on the big door here. Evolve getting really close. He does have a bit of a buff. It looks like he might be wanting to go for a bit of a force there, possibly. They've transitioned their heals over to that area, and instead they've got both of their scouts holding choke. It's interesting as long as they don't push in too hard. Oh, CX actually transitions his heals over to the big door area. They have a Demoman and scout there. They're going to see if they can pick up XF9, but no, he actually picks up a frag. Bink Sucks. That's Pew drop from the Uber charge, which finally comes out of CX. That's a much better Uber from them, but they do have a pick disadvantage to work with. Actually, Evolve goes down there to T's pipe, and Improve Your Grammar is taking a fight on mid as well. A lot of action happening around this big door area, but it seems like the Essentials are getting the better of it. T does go down though, so there's a lot of damage missing from this fight, and Superstar hasn't actually connected with anyone to keep building.
Oh! Didn't go in onto Legacy there. Had time to reload like 3 pistol clips there. XF9, who had been playing out of his skin on the last map, sort of crumbling a little under the pressure there. Superstar finds himself very committed to this fight though. He's getting chased by 3 Sprinkler Kids players, but he's got Auditas with the middle, but he's looking the wrong way, and XF9 comes in from the flank, claims 2 frags there, 2 more notches on his rocket launcher. As Superstar and Auditas go down. Snap Action actually coming in to combine there with him, but really hectic stuff going on here now. Legacy is the only medic alive. Superstar going to be up right now, but a little advantage here for Sprinkler Kids. They're 4-3 up right now, and they seem to have regained some momentum in the game. They've just taken mid back, but they're waiting for 2 players to come up. They don't want to overcommit to this. They can just sit back and perhaps build their charge and push on that, or they could just hold, man. It's only 5 minutes, 25 seconds left. Park that bus, Sideshow.
I'm not a fan of the park and bus strat, but it's perfectly possible between this mid and second, just force a push out of the other team and take a better Uber off the back of it. And I think it'll be something that they've really tried, and it can be difficult actually to hold a point. I find that occasionally, if your team discipline isn't good enough, it can be more difficult to hold a choke point than it can be to coordinate a push through it. And it's actually one of the scouts from Sprinkler Kids who's the first casualty, and they stream through off the back of that. They don't care that they're picked down. They traded with a soldier, and now a soldier and a scout. The advantage for the Sprinkler Kids. Both of the Ubers out of the way, and there's 2 players above this point trying to get the frags, taking 1v1s. XF9 and Nico. Nico comes out on top of that one, and Evolve is in onto Superstar and T here. T going down. He may actually fall here, but a nice arrow from CX keeps him alive. He's on 1 HP though, and does go down to Improve Your Grammar. It's a very messy DM fight happening around here, but it seems like at the end of the day, the Essentials possibly going to get the better end of it. Yeah, it's eventually Pew who does get the better end of that with 2 finishing shots. That's why the scout is so important in 6v6. That's why there's 2 of them most of the time. They just have that versatility and ability to finish off the frags that no other class has.
Hey man, I could have done that with Ambassador Spy. All I need to do is get a couple of headshots, mate.
A little bit more difficult.
Right now, the contest on middle continues. There's players swarming around underneath the point from the Essentials. They seem to be intimidating out these remaining Sprinkler Kids players. There's a back cap going on now as well, though. And it's Improve Your Grammar and Evolve ×3 on 2. And it's Prawn who's renamed himself Div10. Trying to jump into contest there. They're not able to block the cap in time. There's no threat of a back cap as far as I can see. Nobody running behind. I have all the outlines. I'm wall hacking. The back cap is not happening right now, and the Essentials will retake, but they're losing time the whole time here, even though it was nothing really happened from that play. There was no cap came in. Ultimately, Sprinkler Kids continue to run the clock down whilst they are 4-3 in the lead. 3 minutes left on that timer, and that's the Essentials tournament life on the line here. They need to win this map to stay in this best of 3 series. But right now, they are a round down. They have this Uber coming up, though. It needs to be a good one, Sideshow. They've got to go drop down.
They've got a 50% advantage, and they're bombing in with their Demo Man straight away. T is desperately trying to pick off that medic. I really feel like they need to be focusing other frags, because the Legacy is giving them the dukes. Incredible plays from that medic, really dodging everything. Still alive! Actually does go down now. But with all of that time, the rest of Sprinkler Kids really haven't made the most of it, I don't think. They have got the frag on CX, and they got a lot of damage on the blue team here. But they really haven't translated that into kills, and they're not going to be able to hold this point without the frags. So they give that up. The Uber situation, though, has resolved itself. It's going to be even. CX getting a slightly earlier spawn, but Legacy is going to be able to build that up just as fast. So the Uber's still going to be equal. I don't think Sprinkler Kids are going to be too disappointed about that, though, because as you say, they're just running this time down. Only 2 minutes left. And actually, the Essentials forced to jump in here and play very aggressively.
You see that serve from Legacy, man. Just managed to strafe his way into the lobby there on like 9 health. Does go down to a sticky from T. Almost survived. But he was in through that roller door. But the Essentials are really committing hard to this push. It is 3-on-3 right now. Snapback
This is match point for them.
trying to get in there and kill off Superstar or Nico, but the Essentials have to move in here with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock to tie the game up, to take it to a golden cap. It does look like they can get 2 rounds with this amount of time left.
Look at this unorthodox play. We have Prawn moving in with the Spy through lower lobby. With only a minute left, he's actually going to go in as Spy. I think they're trying to... honestly, I don't know what they're trying to do, actually. All right. Oh my goodness! A ridiculous sticky trap! But he gets on the point. Prawn just gets on the point, and T has an opportunity here. Oh no, they just can't manage it. Oh my goodness, Cricket just clutched the entire game for them there. The Essentials had an opportunity. They had a full Uber advantage. They had a Spy in case things went wrong. And they did not predict Cricket getting a 3k, including the drop from CX. They will be feeling gutted about this, because with only 33 seconds, that was their opportunity. And now it's almost impossible for them to pick up this round and make it 4-4.
A huge sticky trap there. I think it was just around the lockers, you know, as you walk in through the roller door, but picking up that 3k and that clutch right click there is enough for Sprinkler Kids to deny the Essentials the round. They needed to tie the map up. They are going to win in 2-0 fashion here in terms of maps. They've taken Gullywash 4-3. There we have it. It's coming. And Commander X, he's going to be heartbroken. He's about to say it right now.
Tell me about it.
It wasn't a bad showing, though. It was a very respectable performance, but thrown at the last second by a Cricket sticky trap.
I know, right? Like, I thought as well, like, when we got ourselves into that situation, I thought our Gullywash last pushes have been, like, on point all game. Like, I can't remember too many last pushes we had where it didn't work. Maybe, like, one out of 4. But, so I thought, like, both scouts top right. We've got the Spy as well, just to sort of throw a bit of a curveball in there. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
It's right. It didn't just drop me. It like dropped all, like the entire, for both scouts, and at that point, like it was just.
Yeah,
You know, when
that was it.
no one quite has anything to say. Yeah, listen, that is just done at that point. Like,
So unlucky, but great forward sticky trap by Cricket, and nice timing to drop everybody there. Good God. So that's you out of the tournament, Commander X. Sprinkler Kids go through to the grand. Wait, yes, we're in the semi-final now, right? They're going through to the grand final, yeah.
I realised why I thought they were called Skidmark Kids as well, because their tag in game is SKD.
Yeah.
So I just from that I just got Skidmark.
And they have developed the name Skidmark Kids off that.
Nice. Sorry, Skidmark Kids.
It was Jay Chapman that won the other side of that bracket, the semi-final. So they are going into the grand final as well. So our two finalist teams are Jay Chapman and the Sprinkler Kids. Woo. The Essentials and Six Little Blunts don't quite manage it, but they're in third and fourth place. Are they expecting a third, fourth place like bronze medal game, Kaltu? What's going on there? Are you taking it under consideration?
I'll add both teams and see what we can do. But yeah.
So we could be seeing even more action coming our way. Have you got the logs up, Admirable?
Certainly do, and it's XF9 again, top damage in this kid.
Yeah, he's playing incredibly.
Pretty decent. Vove as well, doing great work. Cricket, all putting up big damage numbers there, but XFF all for XF9 also with a lot of frags. But look at Nico actually top fragging on the server, 31 frags. Doing the best he could for his team, but he couldn't shoot all those stickies on last and deny his combo from getting obliterated. Superstar putting up the big medic performance as well, 6 less deaths and 3 more Uber charges as well, but it wasn't to be for the Essentials. Who else standing out for you there? Prawn came into the game as well. He put up better damage numbers than Viaduct. But
he did actually. He didn't play too badly. His spy play at the end got him a frag. He did his job. Just that CX couldn't manage to keep the rest of his team alive with the Uber.
I feel like maybe us all dying with Uber was somewhat integral to that last. Not so
just
much.
Uber as soon as you enter the lobby in future, be sure to make it through that door.
I thought as well, like when it happens at the time, and when you look back on it, you're just like, why don't I just pop through the door? Like, our scout was there at the door ready to go, and I was just like, let's make sure our other scout is here, make sure everyone's present, everyone's signed and accounted for, and drop.
Oh dear.
Whoops. Right out of the Admirable playbook.
Let's not dwell on that. And I'm real tired, I don't know why. I just was hitting with this all of a sudden, halfway through that map. But it did keep me entertained. I must... we'll figure out when the grand final is going to be, but it is going to be Jai Chapman versus the Sprinkler Kids. Now known as the Skidmark Kids. I'm going to thank Sideshow. I'm going to thank Suyooo, Kakaltu. We even had Hildreth in for a while way earlier. Commander X, thanks for joining us too. Gio doing work with the raffles, getting it up and working in time for the cast. Massive credit to that man. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I want to give you guys a chance to shout out some love. Go for it. Okay.
Wait,
they'll love to be shouted out.
Shout out to my team for putting up with me for longer than most of my teams have. I enjoyed it, even though it was a bit of a roller coaster. We did all right.
Shout out to Prawn for coming back after Viaduct.
I think he might have just restarted his internet. I think I might have overplayed that. I think it was it was a mistimed coincidence.
Shout out to Commander X for manufacturing the hype then, keeping things entertaining. Keltu, when are we going to hear more about these TF2 Center sponsored teams?
Throughout the whole season. Like, I got the promotion yesterday for TF2 Center, so I can start a new project, and the newest project is sponsoring teams. So we have to set up stuff, but I'll definitely
going to see a bidding war
them.
between like TF2 Center and TF2 Pickup. There'll be a bidding war to buy these Prem teams.
No. That would be really... Well, we can sponsor different teams and see which one gets the better seats, or is it the better results.
If you're sitting
But-
there, guys, and you're thinking, I'd like to sponsor a team, that's up to you. But you can sponsor them indirectly by heading over to the ETF2L fundraiser page. What a link. Oh my god.
That was brilliant. I like the way you did that. It was subtle enough not to really be noticed, but clever enough that people who did notice will go, oh, right, yeah, that was good.
I see what you did there. The total keeps going up and up, but it is currently at 2,574 euros of a originally targeted 3,000. It could be more. Why not? Just keep going, Sideshow. If people want to donate, do it. But there's 35 days left in that. The highest donation will win my darn shirt from I43, currently at 251 euros. If you can donate more than that, the shirt will be yours, maybe. Find out in 35 days' time. That's all I've got for now, but there will be lots of ETFTL Season 20 action being covered here on Team Fortress TV. We'll be focusing on the Premiership, maybe some of the high games as the season progresses. Of course, maincall.tf will be doing more on that too. I got nothing else to say. This is the end, but there'll be more Archimedes Cup action. The conclusion coming sometime this week, maybe. Who knows?